IRCAM is an institution that was founded in 1977 as part of the Centre Pompidou project by composer Pierre Boulez. Boulez had an idea at the end of the 70s that the future of music and contemporary music would go through science and technology. And so he had this idea of putting together on one side scientists, engineers, and on the other side musicians that would work together to renew the musical expression. And this utopia is really still true today. So at IRCAM we have a lab of about 120, 30 researchers and engineers who do research in all fields related to sound and music, and who also produce technology that is then used by artists invited at IRCAM to compose new pieces in new music, experimental music. And so we had the idea also to deliver all that technology, not only for our own use, but also to external users. And so we founded 30 years ago IRCAM's Forum, which is the community of our software users. And currently it groups about 40,000 users worldwide. IRCAM's technology is delivered to these users, but now also they can deliver their own technology also to other users. So it's a real community. And so we had the idea of starting from that basis of IRCAM's Forum in order to go further using NFT and blockchain technology. First experiment what are possible with blockchain and NFT in relation to IRCAM's Forum, that is delivering software, creation tools, I would say, software, but also then to extend the kinds of assets that are exchanged in the community, and including also artworks. So, of course, there are many regulations related to music, but what we do in experimental music and sound, which is the name of our use case, is to make available the software, the code that produces the music. For instance, you have a live performance and the computer is part of the performance. It is doing real-time processing, or the computer has been used for elaborating the score, for instance. All this technology is code, and usually it's not delivered as part of artworks in usual platforms or whatever. Here, really, what we want to deliver in Daphne is really the code, which is the actual work with the artist. So this is an important aspect, and it does not exist at a big scale. So I think it's really a new horizon that opens to the community, and thanks to blockchain and NFT. There are several, I think, interesting aspects that we want to develop in Daphne Plus that don't exist and that are not available to artists. First, the possibility of exchanging complex artistic assets as code. So the existing marketplaces, the commercial marketplaces, or not even commercial, usually they are limited, for instance, to audio recordings. So you have a stereo file and that's it. Here we enable artists to really put in the blockchain not only recordings, but also software that produce the music. Databases, for instance, you have recorded many sounds, etc. There is a big database, and you would like to have it in the blockchain, etc. It does not exist in other systems. So here we will enable artists really to manage complex data. Also, for instance, multi-channel recordings. Not only stereo, but many channels we use in spatial audio. So we will enable all that. Now, in terms of possibilities for artists, first, the use of blockchain as a way of declaring ownership on an asset. It's very important, and it's complementary to what already exists. For instance, you have produced a piece of software or a piece of artwork, and you use the blockchain in order to declare your ownership on it. And you can already do it as a composer, for instance, but not as the producer of these complex assets. Another important aspect of what we offer is the management of multi-authors in an asset. That is not only one person, but so it can be the result of a collective work, and we will be able to declare a part of ownership on an asset by several persons or several entities. That can be also legal entities. And we will also manage the versioning of works. For instance, somebody produced a first version of the work, and then another person will continue, will, for instance, update the technical system that is required for the work with a new operating system, etc. And then we will define the rules of ownership between the first version and all the new versions. And so this is something that does not exist either. It's practiced all the time in our usual processes, but the fact to have it supported by the blockchain also enables not only to do it with personal agreements, but through also leveraging the community and proposing this to be done by people you don't know. And then the rules will be managed by the blockchain, which is very interesting. So we will really experiment these possibilities. Then I think an important aspect to mention is the creation of a DAO. So this is an entity, a collective entity that will decide on the rules of the platform. And so people will have voting rights. So as compared to IRCAM's forum is really an institution managed by IRCAM, so it's IRCAM centered, whereas here it's really a decentralized community that will take decentralized decisions about how it is managed, how the money is distributed between people, etc.